I am going to show you how to set up the accessibility shortcut on your iPad. This is a great feature for users who need quick access to accessibility features. So in order to set this up, we're going to go into our settings, which on my screen is at the bottom of the screen. This will bring us to our general settings menu, and we're going to go into the accessibility menu, which is about halfway down the screen. So I'm going to choose accessibility. My accessibility shortcut is at the very bottom of the page, so I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom to where it says accessibility shortcut, and I'm going to select that option. And in this menu, I can select the items that I would like to show up on my accessibility shortcut. So any of these items that I want to add, I simply touch, and it indicates that they are turned on in the accessibility shortcut by the blue check mark. So now to get to my accessibility shortcut, I'm going to triple click my home button, 1, 2, 3, and I get the option of which of those items that I have turned on that I want to enable at the moment. So I'm actually going to show you a few other things before I enable anything. There are some items that I can set up on the accessibility shortcut, but I cannot set up through this menu. So for example, if I go back to my accessibility menu and I want to set up guided access on my accessibility shortcut, I'm going to click on guided access and I'm going to turn it on. And you'll notice at the bottom of my menu it says accessibility shortcut. So when I turn that on, it will now add guided access as an option to my accessibility shortcut. So triple click my home button, 1, 2, 3, and now you see guided access was added to my menu of choices. A similar feature is the magnifier feature if you're using iOS 10. That's a great one to have turned on in your accessibility shortcut, but you can only turn it on in the magnifier menu, not in the accessibility shortcut menu. So if you'll notice, my magnifier is off. When I turn it on, it will automatically be enabled in my accessibility shortcut menu. So now when I triple click my home button, 1, 2, 3, you'll see the magnifier is an option. So I am going to go ahead and choose that. So I'm going to select my magnifier. And you'll see with a triple click of my home button, I can quickly turn that feature on. When I'm done with my magnifier, I select one time, and it brings me back to my previous menu. A couple other things about the accessibility shortcut. When I go down and I'm in my accessibility menu, you'll see next to my accessibility shortcut it says Ask. This is a clue to let me know that I have multiple items selected to be turned on for my accessibility shortcut. When it says Ask, that simply means that when I triple click my home button, it's going to give me an option, a menu of options that I can choose for which feature I want to turn on. So for example, if I turn off some features, so I'm going to turn everything off except the magnifier. I'm going to turn my guided access off. So now, if I go down, next to accessibility shortcut it says magnifier. That means that is the only thing that I have selected as being connected to my accessibility shortcut. Now, if I triple click my home button, 1, 2, 3, instead of getting a menu, I will automatically go into whatever is selected as the only item connected to my accessibility shortcut. So that's something to keep in mind. If you want very quick access and you only need access to one item or one accessibility feature, you can add that to the accessibility shortcut to be turned on and off with just a triple click of the home button. If you need access to multiple features, for example, guided access, I can add those things, but then when I triple click my home button, 1, 2, 3, I'll simply get the menu that I can choose which thing I want to turn on and off. One note, if you do have guided access selected as the only item connected to the accessibility shortcut, it will only turn on and off when you're in an app. So just if I triple clicked my home button and selected guided access right now, which I will do, you'll notice it doesn't do anything because I'm not in an app. I have to be in an app to turn guided access on. So that is the accessibility shortcut. It's a great feature to use if you have students or users who need to have those quick access to the features that they need in order to use their iPad.